Hello and welcome to another GCSE revision video. In this video we're going to be looking at the AQA GCSE 8300 series. This is the third paper in the foundation tier. It is a calculator paper, so we are allowed to use calculators. And we're picking up in question 27, and part A says rearrange V equals U plus AT to make T the subject of the formula. Okay, it might be a little bit intimidating because we've got a formula here, but if you treat it just like an equation and you're basically solving for whatever it is you're supposed to be making the subject for, and instead of dealing with numbers, you're dealing with letters. But it's the same thing as with any equation. Whatever you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other. So we want to get t on its own as our first step. So if we take V equals U plus AT, and we subtract the U from both sides, and the U disappears from here, so we get V minus U is equal to A times T. And now to get T on its own, all we have to do is divide both sides through by A. So V minus U over A is equal to T. Because if we're multiplying by A and then we divide by A, then we get back to T again. So effectively the A's are cancelling out. So now we've got T on its own. We just need to make T the subject of the formula, and the subject goes on the left. So it's a simple case that it's a property of equals that if V minus U over A is equal to T, then T must be equal to V minus U over A. That's what equals means. If one thing is equal to the other, then the other is equal to the one thing. The two are equal. Okay, so 27b says complete this table with consistent metric units, and they've chosen the metric units meter for distance and second for time. So if we're measuring distance in meters and time in seconds, then speed, well, speed is distance divided by time. So to keep the units consistent, our distance must be in meters and our time must be in seconds. So our units are going to be meters per second. And acceleration, well, acceleration is speed divided by time. And if speed is in meters per second, and then we're dividing by seconds, we're going to get meters per second squared. You could also get away with using index notation, and instead of writing meters per second, you could have written ms with it to the power of -1 over the s, and you could have done ms to the power -2. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. If you're taking your GCSEs this year, I'd like to wish you every success with your revision and every success with your exams, and I look forward to seeing you in another video.